Hi, my name is John Diel, e-learning advisor for the aclJohn's Regional Support Centre for the Northwest. Going to get straight started with the 7 finds for this third blog for October 2010. Start off first of all with the Theta music trainer. All of the links will appear at the top of the page. It's an online resource for music learners which aims to teach music playing skills through games. It concentrates more than anything else on ear training skills that can help users to play, improvise and compose music by ear. There are various games available. If I just click in here, there's paddle pitch, melodic drops, parrot phrases and so on. I'm sure that those of you who are interested in music and or who are engaged as practitioners or learners will actually be able to find out far more than I have from this. It's well worth having a look at. I've had a quick play and yeah, it has helped me to distinguish between notes that before sounded very similar. The second find, I suppose the warning here more than anything else is that there is a fair bit of American spelling in here, and for those practitioners who are working here in the UK, they do need looking at, and perhaps the spelling corrected to English as opposed to USA English. It doesn't matter whether you're a family learning practitioner or a parent. I'm sure you'll find some of the educational resources here more than useful. They cover areas of maths, English learning and an interesting one called holidays. And those are your headings across the top: kindergarten maths worksheets, the English worksheets, the learning worksheets, etc. And underneath those are various subsections. So here we've got addition, subtraction, counting, fractions and so on. I'll just click on one fairly quickly and you'll see the sort of things that is involved. Okay, 2 plus 4 equals, and those are, it looks like a whale and a baby whale and crabs and shells and fish. So it's talking about items. They are worksheets, they can be downloaded and so on. And of course they're graduated, so we've got some here which are just numbers. We've got lots of others that are leaves, which is appropriate for this time of year I suppose, and various fruits, etc. Okay, they are PDFs, they can be downloaded, and if you do need to correct the spelling and the like, you might want to have a look at Nitro PDF Reader, which will enable you to actually change the PDFs without having to mess about. The next find, again I find this quite interesting. It's YouTube Time Machine. Let's just go to the website. Basically here we've got YouTube videos on a timeline going right the way down from 1860 up to current day. There are various settings that you can use on the side. At the moment it's got a video clip from 1977, but if you go on to the timeline and click, that's 1951, hopefully fairly quickly it will come up with a video from 1951, and it's a Christmas Carol movie trailer. I'll just play a little bit for you. It's going to take too long to load. Hang on, here we go. Sorry if that blew your ears away, but you can see it's a black and white film from 1951. Some of you, I'm sure, are going to say, hang on a minute, if it goes back to 1860, there weren't any videos then, there weren't any films then. But they did have audio recordings, and you can actually listen to them. Could be great for history lessons, or in my case, a bit of nostalgia. The next one came about when we visited a work-based learning provider in Manchester, or just outside Manchester, and what they actually wanted was a way in which stakeholders, learners, etc. could talk to them through the website. And Wagwire, let's just go to their website, is exactly that. There's a bit here about creating an account and voicemail on the web and playing with Wags. I'm not going to go through a huge amount with this, but the prices and plans, and I'm just about to run out, I think 15 days. I took it out at the beginning of the month. You get 15 days to try it. But basically it's less than €1, 99 cents a month for 6 months to have this on your web presence. Now if I actually go on to my website, I've actually got an account at the moment and I'm going to pay for the full version. What you've got is a button embedded on your website which when I click brings up a little recorder which I'll click allow, and it's the same with all of these sorts of things. You'll notice that the black and white squares here are going right across to the end, and we need to bring that right the way down. And basically just make sure that when you're talking it's somewhere near the middle, and then click record. This is, oh, it's counting down. This is a message that I want to send to you about whatever. And when you stop it, it'll convert the message. You can check it, type in a title for the message. You can play it as I say. Down. This is a message that I want to send to you. Okay, I'm not going to send it, but basically if you click send, you have to put your email address in, and then it's sent to me as an audio message. Now two things happened. One, you would get an email with the audio that you've sent to me and the ability to actually play it and to download it. I get an email with the audio and the ability to record another audio and send back to you. And you've got an audio communication going on. I know from experience here in the Northwest that there are lots of learners who find reading and writing English very difficult, but can understand spoken word and can also communicate well through speaking English. This could well be a way that you can collect evidence for portfolios, etc., and to communicate with those learners who have the difficulty with the written word. Okay, the next find is really flagging up the NIACE launching a new initiative. Let's just go to the site. It's the Excellence Gateway, and it's the Centre for the Learning Family, and there's a whole lot of information here about this project that NIACE are undertaking. The initiative proposals at the bottom here include an interactive web space for the exchange of ideas and collection of resources, an annual conference and triannual international conference, and a collecting research and evidence that influence, develops and demonstrates the potential of the learning family model. There is a link to NIACE's website. And again, it may be something that those engaged with family learning would want to have a closer look at, and any of you engaged directly with your community. Hollur next. I'm sure those who follow me on Twitter will be fed up of me hollering. It's basically very similar to Twitter. The difference being, instead of having 140 characters, you have 20 seconds. And again, if we go on to my website, again the address is at the top, those are all of the bits that I have recorded as I come across things and add them to the e-magazine, the blogs, the vidcasts and so on. The last one on here, if I just go over the top, is the 2010 Equality Act. I'll just play it for you. Click on the small globe above this player to find out the resources that Theta have provided to support learning providers with the new 2010 Equality Act. Okay, so, started it again. If you actually click on the little globe at the top, it will take you to TechDisk. Well, it'll actually take you to my website and then the link to TechDisk. And if you click on share, it will give you the URL of that particular bit or little Hollur, and it will also allow you to embed it onto a website if that's what you want to do. I'm finding it quite interesting, and there's quite a lot of people who are enjoying listening to it and having a link rather than having to read the tweets that I do. And finally, we've got Voisse. I suppose this is where I'm doing podcasts these days. It's basically a free interactive media site that lets practitioners or learners create their own recordings, and there's a whole load of information about it. If I go in, you'll see the interface here. It's an easy way to record your voice, to make podcasts, and to build audio slideshows. I haven't looked at that myself yet, but it's there for you to do. And then if I go to mine that I've already produced, the address again at the top, www.voisse.com/aclJohn/. There's my profile, and yet again a not so pretty image, and there is the 3rd, 4th and 5th blog for October, and you just click on play and you can listen to them. Welcome to the 5th blog for October 2010. My name's okay, and those are another way of communicating, which I'm sure many of you would find useful to communicate with your learners. So that's all for this vidcast. I hope there's something, as usual, for all of you. Talk to you again soon.